Hi guys, once again welcome to Stride, and here we are with a new topic, and that is voices, a very important topic in grammar and uh, useful in our daily life. Okay, now here mainly first we'll understand what are voices. Okay, and then we'll come to active and passive. Now, what are voices? Voices is a form of verb that shows whether the subject of the sentence does an action or an action has been done to it. Okay, that is called the voice. That means a verb. Action, verb is an action word. Okay, so action, when it happens, sometimes it happens we just give importance to the action, the one who is doing the action. That means the subject. Okay, the one who is doing the action, but sometimes we give importance, or we take the object, give object the prominence. Okay, so depending on these two situations, to whom we are giving more importance, on that basis the voices are classified into two types, and that is active and passive. Okay, so main thing is the subject. When sometimes we take subject as the doer of action, and sometimes we take the subject as the one on which the action has been performed. Okay, when we take in the first category, it is said to be active, and when we say take in the second category, it is said to be passive. That means the subject is passive, it is not doing any kind of work. Okay, for example, we just see here, Karan reads the book. So Karan is the doer of the action, so that is the subject. Okay, so we are giving importance to Karan. Okay, now in the second sentences, if we see, then the meaning is the same. The book is read by Karan, the meaning is the same. The action being done is the book is being read. Okay, but the thing is, here the book is given more importance. Okay, so here it is a passive voice, means the subject is passive here. Okay, subject is not doing anything, but the action is being performed on the subject. Okay, next example, Mary wore a new dress. So Mary is given prominence here. It is the subject of the sentence, and secondly, if we see the next sentence, then it is given a new dress was worn by Mary. So here the main importance is given to the new dress. Who has wore the new dress. Okay, so here, though the dress is not doing any kind of action here, but it is given prominence, so here this is said to be passive voice. Okay, once again we'll just go through the definition of active and passive voice. A verb is an active voice when its form shows that the person or the thing denoted by the subject does something or is the doer of the action. That means the subject is active here, the subject is doing some action here. So in that case, it is the active voice. For example, Rama shut the door. So Rama shut the door. What did Rama do? Rama has shut the door. So Rama is active here. Next, Neha drew a picture. So what did Neha do? Neha drew a peacock. Neha drew a peacock. So Neha is active here. Neha has drawn a peacock here. So subject, that means the doer of the action is given more importance. The active subject is active here, so that is the active voice. Next, a verb is in passive voice when it shows that something is done to the person or the thing denoted by the subject. So whatever is the subject in the sentence, something has been done to that. Okay, to that person or that thing, means some work has been performed on that particular thing. That thing is not doing any kind of action, so the thing is passive here. Okay, the subject is passive here, it is not doing any kind of action, but the action is being done on it. In that case, it is passive voice. Subject is passive, so it is passive voice. Example, the door was shut by Rama. Door is not doing anything, but Rama is doing something on the door, something with the door. The door was shut by Rama. So door is passive here, the active is Rama. So when the subject is passive and the object is active, in that case the passive voice is being used. A peacock was drawn by Neha. So peacock is passive here, but who is the doer of the action? Neha. What is Neha doing? Neha has drawn a picture, peacock. So here peacock is passive and Neha is active. So subject is passive here, some action has been done on it, that means peacock is being drawn by Neha. So that is the passive voice. Now let us see how, while changing from active to passive, what are the things that should be kept into mind. Okay, whether all the sentences can be changed into passive or not, or all the sentences are always an active or not. Let us see that. Now the first thing, the object, while changing this thing from active to passive, what we should do, the object of the sentence becomes the subject of the sentence and the subject is changed into object in the passive. As we have already seen in the example, that the one which was subject in active became the passive in became the object in passive. Example, Sita loves Savitri. Now Savitri is the object here and Sita is the subject here. Now it will get reversed in the passive. Savitri is loved by Sita. So first prominence is given to Savitri. In case of passive. In active, Sita was prominent, and in passive Savitri is prominent. Okay. Now Sita loves Savitri. So who is the doer of the action? Sita. But in this thing, passive voice, Savitri is given prominence, though the action is being done on Savitri. So subject is passive in passive voice. The mason is building the wall. So mason is active. So that is the active voice. But in the next if we see, that means in the passive voice, if we see, the wall is being built by mason. Wall is passive, active is mason, but since the wall is the subject, so here it is a passive voice. Next, the peon opened the gate. So it is an active voice because subject is active here, and the gate was opened by peon. It is the passive voice because the active subject has become the object there. Some boys were helping the wounded man. So boys are active here, so it is active voice. But next, the wounded man was being helped by some boys. Now that active subject becomes the object, so that is the passive voice. He will finish the work in a fortnight. So here he is the subject. The work will be finished by him in a fortnight. So work which was the object previously have now become the subject. So here it is the passive voice. Now next, the active voice is used when the doer or the subject is to be made prominent. As I told you, in the active voice, the doer of the action is given prominence, that is made prominent in the sentence, while in the passive voice, what happens? The object is made prominent. Okay. Example, Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa. So he was a painter, so he is given more importance here. So we have taken Leonardo da Vinci as the subject. But in the next sentence, the Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. So we are talking about Mona Lisa here. Okay, Mona Lisa is passive. Mona Lisa is not the doer of the action. Doer of the action is Leonardo da Vinci. But we are giving prominence to that painting. Mona Lisa, who made it? Leonardo da Vinci made it. So here the voice is passive because the subject is also passive here. Okay. So the passive thing, that means the doer of the action, the one who is not the doer of the action on which the action is to be performed, that is given prominence in passive voice. Next, only transitive verbs can ever be in passive. Now, transitive and intransitive verb we have already studied previously. So I'll just revise it here. The transitive verbs are those which needs an object, and intransitive verbs are those which do not need the object to make a complete sense. So here only transitive verbs can ever be in passive. So those which carry the object to make a complete sense, those can only be changed into passive. Where there is no object, then how can we change it into passive? Because that object is to be changed into subject in the passive. So we can't change the one which are not having the object, we can't change them into passive. So only transitive verbs, means verbs which have an object to make a complete sense, they can be changed into passive. So here we have given the example example of some intransitive verbs which cannot be changed into passive. Example, heating expands metals. So heating expands metals, there is no it is intransitive, so it cannot be changed into passive. Similarly, he plays well, birds fly, the wind blew, these all are intransitive, they cannot be changed into passive. So only transitive verbs can be changed into passive. Next is the number of verb changes according to the number and person of the subject. So whatever is the auxiliary verb that we are using here, that changes according to the the number and the person, first person, second person, third person, or whether it is singular or plural. So I gave her the book. So I gave her, I is also singular, her is also singular, book is also singular. So that in that you will not be able to understand that properly, but if you will see the next example, then you will understand properly. So the book was given to her by me. So here was is used for singular. Okay, so here was is the auxiliary verb that is being used. The book was given to her by me. Now since book is singular, so was is used here. Now if I see the next sentence, I gave her the books. Now it's plural, books is plural, I is singular, her is also singular, but books is plural here. So book is now going to become the subject. Okay, so that auxiliary verb will change according to the subject. So subject becomes the book, so auxiliary verb also changes into changes according to the number. Okay, the books were given to her by me. Okay, previously it was because it was singular, book was singular, the object was singular, which became the subject. So according to the subject, that auxiliary verb will change. The book was given to her by me, the book were given to her by me. Okay, so it changes as per the number and person. Next, when the subject becomes the object, it is introduced by the preposition. Now whenever the from active to passive, when we are changing, then the subject becomes object, but along with it there is one more change, and that is it is preceded by a preposition. Most probably it is preceded by, but according to the situation of the sentence, it can be preceded by, with, in, for, about, or any other suitable preposition, you can say. Okay, so when the voice is changed, then the object which becomes the subject is preceded by some suitable preposition. These prepositions are often used to state who or what causes the action. So these prepositions generally state that who is the doer of the action, or what is the cause of the action. Example, the play was written by Shaw. The Shaw is the doer of the action, so it is preceded by. The books were covered with dust. So the what is the main subject which became the object here? Dust. So it is preceded with. Next, the air was filled with fragrance. Again, with is there. He was fined for a traffic offence. So for is being used here. We were warned about the approaching storm. So approaching storm is preceded by about. Okay, so it is preceded by any of the preposition. Okay, next, there are imperative sentences. Imperative sentences are those which are used to express any kind of command, request, or wish, like that. So here, imperative sentence in which the object is not given. Generally object is not there in the imperative sentence. For example, sit down, stand up, get out from here, or please give me a glass of water. Like this, if we make any kind of request, or if we give any kind of command, then there is no subject in it. So here, when there is no subject, in that case what do? We start the sentence with either you or let. So example, hang it. We are saying that then there is no subject in it. So when we change it into passive, it should be started either with let or you. So let it be hanged. Okay, let it be hanged. Now that is how we change it into passive. In the same way, please be quiet. It is a request. Previously it was command, now it is a request. Please be quiet. So here we are starting with you. You are requested to be quiet. Okay, so like this there are many other examples. For example, if I say shut the door, okay, so I can start with let the door be shut. Okay, so like this imperative sentence are they generally start with you or let. Now the next, the passive voice is preferred in the following cases. Now in some cases there is no active, there are only passive voice. Okay, for example, previously as I said that some do not have passive. Which do not have passive? The one which are transitive, they can only be changed into passive. The intransitive cannot be changed into passive. So there are some sentences which are only in preferred to be said in passive only, as they were preferred to be said in active. These are preferred to be said in passive only, and they are like when the doer is not known or we do not intend to name it. Okay, whether either we don't know the doer of the action or we don't want to disclose the name. Okay, example, the man was brought home. Now man was brought home, we don't want to tell that who brought the man. Okay, so or maybe it is understood. So here it is only used in the passive voice when the subject is clear or understood. When we do not say the subject but then also it is clear, everyone understands that yahi hoga. Okay, this would have been the subject. Okay, in that case we use the passive voice only. Okay, example, the boy was punished. Now who will punish the boy? The teacher will punish the boy. So the boy was punished, so it is clear that he was punished by the teacher. So that is why the subject is not it is always used in the passive. So these type of sentences are generally used in passive. Next, in passive voice, the agent with by is usually avoided when the active form has an unknown or vague subject such as somebody, they, people, we, one, etc. So sometimes the subject are such that they are either understood or they are inherent in the sentence. They are understood through the sentence itself. Okay, or it's not fixed. Okay, it can be anyone. Okay, in that case, if we do not write the object in the sentence, okay, while changing it into passive, then also the sentence is said to be correct. Okay, if we mention it then also it's okay, but generally it is not written because it is understood, that is why it is not written. Example, someone has stolen my book. Now here the subject is someone, it is not sure. Okay, we are not sure about anyone, we have just mentioned someone has stolen my book. So in that case, when we change it into passive, then we do not mention that someone. Okay, my book has been stolen. So the agent with the by, that is why I mentioned in the first line, the agent with the by is skipped sometimes. Okay, it is not written, which is the case when it is not sure or when it is very much clear that who will be the subject. Okay, for example, next, the police have arrested the thief. Now, if we change into passive, then the thief has been arrested. Now, who arrests the thief? Obviously, the police arrests the thief. So, it's not necessary to mention it here. That is why it is skipped. Next is the people speak English all over the world. So, all over the world, people speak English. So, people is such a general thing. So, in the passive we can skip it. English is spoken all over the world. Now all over the world, obviously people will speak, animals will not speak English. So here English is spoken all over the world, and if we do not mention people here, then also it is correct. So in this cases, when the this thing subjects are vague or understood or very much clear or obvious, in that case we skip the agent with the by. We skip that part of the statement, and that is understood here. Okay, so this was a part of active passive voice. Still a part of it is remaining, mainly the how the tenses change. This we have already studied 12 tenses. In the topic of tenses we have studied there are 12 different tenses, and how the sentences of different tenses are changed into passive. There are different rules regarding it. The same we will study in the part 2. There we are going to study even about the interrogative sentences, how they are changed into passive. These were the general rules of changing from active voice to passive voice. The sentences, when they are changed from active to passive, then these things are kept in mind, and these are the cases where active where a sentence can be used in active form only and passive form only. Okay, so if you like the video, if you gain some knowledge from it, then don't forget to subscribe it and like it and even share it. Okay, so just see the second part. The description regarding the link of it will be given in the description box, so definitely see the second part to make the topic clear. Okay, thank you.